Welcome to G Fun Facts Online, where we unpack the science behind our amazing world. Have you ever wondered how a memory, a skill, or a simple fact actually gets locked into your brain? For decades, scientists had a beautifully simple answer: neurons that fire together, wire together. This idea, called Hebbian learning, has been the cornerstone of neuroscience. But what if I told you that simple, elegant rule is just the first chapter in a much more complex and fascinating story? Recent discoveries are showing us that our brains aren't using a one-size-fits-all approach to learning. Instead, they're using a whole toolkit of different rules, turning each neuron into a powerful, versatile computer. Today, we're diving deep into the brain's secret learning code, a discovery that's changing everything we thought we knew about memory, cognition, and even the future of artificial intelligence. The traditional model is easy to grasp. When two brain cells are active at the same time, the connection between them, called a synapse, gets stronger. This process, known as long-term potentiation, seemed to explain how we form associations. You see a face, you hear a name, the neurons fire together, and a memory is born. But this theory has its limits. It doesn't fully explain how we weaken connections to forget things, or how we learn in the real world, where timing isn't always perfect. Now, using advanced imaging techniques, scientists can watch the brain learn in real time, and they've found that the classic rules don't always apply. This has opened the door to a whole new world of learning mechanisms. It turns out the brain's learning code is far more diverse than we ever imagined, with different rules for different situations and even for different parts of the very same neuron. One of these new rules is called Behavioral Timescale Synaptic Plasticity, or BTSP. This throws out the need for perfect timing. With BTSP, synapses can strengthen even if there are seconds-long gaps between neuron activations. Think about learning your way around a new neighborhood. You see a landmark, and then seconds later you make a turn. BTSP allows your brain to connect those events, even with the delay. It works through a clever feedback loop, where the receiving neuron sends a signal back in time, reinforcing connections that were active just moments before. Then there's compartmentalized learning. This is where things get truly mind-blowing. Groundbreaking research has shown that a single neuron can act like multiple computers running at the same time. Different branches of the neuron, called dendrites, can follow completely different learning rules simultaneously. For example, the long, thin branches might strengthen their connections based on what's happening locally, while the shorter, bush-like branches might adjust based on the overall activity of the entire neuron. This division of labor allows a single cell to process and integrate a huge variety of information all at once. Of course, we also learn from rewards and punishments. This is called reinforcement learning, and it has its own neural rules. In studies with mice, scientists found specific neurons that are responsible for remembering the what of an event. Some neurons would light up in response to the smell of a banana, which was linked to a sugary reward. Other neurons would respond to the smell of pine, which was linked to a bitter taste. This shows how our brain builds a mental map, tagging specific items with a positive or negative outcome. But with all this strengthening of connections, how does the brain avoid getting overloaded? Two other mechanisms act as the brain's essential maintenance crew. Homeostatic plasticity works like a thermostat, keeping the overall neural activity within a stable, functional range. And heterosynaptic plasticity ensures that as some connections get stronger, others get weaker to maintain a balance. It's a constant, delicate recalibration. So, what's the machinery behind these incredible rules? Recent breakthroughs have revealed the molecular players in this intricate dance. For learning to stick, a signal often has to travel from the outer edge of a neuron all the way to its central nucleus to activate genes for long-term change. Scientists have found a crucial relay system using calcium signals that rapidly zips this information across the cell, activating the genes needed to build a lasting memory. Even the tiny ion channels that control the flow of electricity into the neuron have a form of molecular memory. One type of calcium channel can shift into nearly 200 different shapes depending on the electrical signals it receives. This allows the channel to remember past activity and adjust its future responses, fine-tuning the whole system. And now, a new technique called epsilon is allowing scientists to literally watch memory being formed. By tagging key proteins, they can track how the brain's wiring physically reorganizes itself in response to new information, providing a direct visual link between molecules and memories. This revolution in our understanding of learning has profound implications. Many neurological and psychiatric conditions, from Alzheimer's disease to PTSD, are thought to involve problems with synaptic function. By figuring out which specific learning rules are broken, we might be able to develop incredibly targeted and effective treatments. And the impact goes beyond medicine. This knowledge is inspiring a new generation of artificial intelligence. Most current AI systems use a single, uniform learning rule. Imagine designing an AI with neurons that, like our own, use multiple, compartment-specific rules. We could create more powerful, flexible, and truly brain-like artificial intelligence. The journey into the brain's learning code is far from over. Each discovery reveals a new layer of astonishing complexity. What's clear is that the simple mantra of fire together, wire together was just the beginning. The brain's ability to learn and remember is a symphony of diverse, dynamic, and powerful rules, a testament to the most intelligent machine we've ever encountered. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online.